Brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, coming to you live on ITV Sport from Butlins, Minehead! And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the finalists. Would you please welcome, taking part in his first ever UK Open final, Goldfinger Andrew Gilding! Ladies and gentlemen, looking for his fourth UK Open Championship, the winner of 148 PDC titles worldwide, here's the three-time champion of the world!
Opportunity for Goldfinger against the Green Machine in the 2023 UK Open Final. And to guide us through it, Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Well, Michael van Gerwen, given the superstar welcome by the capacity 5,000 plus crowd here in Minehead, but what a moment this is for Andrew Gilding, the man from Suffolk. What an opportunity. His first ever major final. He couldn't really have realistically thought that he would have got to this stage when he turned up here. But he's played his way through, he's had his wins, and he's kept his composure, and he averaged over 95 for most of that semi-final, and he will take a little bit of beating. Michael van Gerwen, of course, is a huge favourite, 8-1 on. But there's just something about Andrew Gilding this weekend which suggests that he is not going to be an easy pushover.
No, and again, you look through all the numbers, and he certainly has a high enough ceiling to give MVG plenty of problems. I keep mentioning it, but they did have an epic semi-final in the UK Open back in 2015, where he was defeated by MVG 10-8. but averaged 108.37 over those 18 legs. Well, if he's anywhere near that,
ladies and gentlemen,
he takes over the trophy, you would think.
Game on!
Well, let's see. Van Gerwen with the darts. And the format is first to 11. Breaks at 5 legs, 10 legs and 15. And Van Gerwen, the 8-1 on favourites, as I say, to win this one. But you never know, they don't always win.
Absolutely not. And this is their 7th meeting. Maybe it's going to be lucky number 7 for Andrew Gilding.
96.
Their last meeting, and their only meeting since 2015, was in 2020. Again, 6-4 win on that occasion for Michael.
99.
He's got a very methodical, steady approach, Gilding. A little bit idiosyncratic in the way in which he walks across the
90.
oche on his way, or shuffles down the oche. Just watch this. Same every time. There we go. Get yourself set, get yourself planted, and deliver.
Plenty to be said for it. Golfers use that kind of thing as well, don't they?
Good ones too.
100.
Yep. Just the way they prepare, it's a similar mentality.
I'm sort
90.
of shuffling around like Jockey Wilson when I do it. It's probably why I'm lousy. Not the jockey one.
89.
He's got a little bit of pressure on the MVG throw in leg one. I think one thing we both agree on, it's imperative that Gilding makes a good start.
84.
He's got a habit of doing that in his matches. He seems to be a very good, tidy man in his preparations. That didn't miss by much.
He's led in the early stages of all his matches, hasn't he?
Yep. 16 for double 16.
Van
Gerwen away.
Michael Van
He was
Gerwen.
under that bit of pressure.
Second leg is Andrew to throw first.
Gilding had a
Name.
chance, couldn't take it, and is punished.
It's only really Dolan that's pushed Gilding so far.
68.
Won his semi-final against Adam Gavlas earlier on very easily, didn't he? 11-6, and never really looked like losing.
140.
He had an opportunity to lead 6-2, but he got it back to 5-5 to Gavlas, and in the blink of an eye it was 10-5 and over the line 11-6.
140.
Very nearly our first max. Does love a 180, does Gilding. It's plenty.
430, sir.
So far, it doesn't look overawed by the occasion.
No, he said in the interview with Webby, didn't he? He said, I'm getting used to the noise, the crowd, the calls, and it's not worrying me. I'm enjoying it.
He was fairly pragmatic, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
nice and laid back.
He may be the most emotional person in the world, but certainly in darts he doesn't really show it.
No,
He's not one of those who wears his
89.
heart on his sleeve.
make a great poker player, I'll tell you that. You don't get a read on him.
He's got a few quid to play it now, hasn't he? 50 grand in the bank.
Minimum.
Could be 110.
96. Michael 135.
135 for a break-up throw. Treble 20 would leave the bullseye, and he's got a good marker. And takes it.
On the second leg, Michael Van Gerwen. The
Well,
leg
that was
Michael to throw
absolute
first. Game.
star quality from Michael Van Gerwen. The 25 was in the ideal spot.
77.
Found two bullseyes to nearly close the show with a real exhibition shot on the 1-3-2 against Dimitri.
100.
That'll be thumbs up. There you go.
80.
Lovely.
Goldfinger, the old
96.
name comes from the 1960s Bond movie. Goldfinger was a
He was the villain, wasn't he?
psychotic villain with a real love of gold. Sean Connery sorted it.
77.
Surely didn't love gold more than Bobby George.
No, come on. I mean, everybody, there are levels. Bobby George is right up there.
57.
Not a villain, though.
No. Did play one in a movie, though, I think, didn't he?
$83.
He's trying to get the quality set up here, and it's not happening. So Gilding's
98. And you
He's got an opportunity here. 6 darts from 161.
Yep. Doesn't
Great
need
goal.
to go ball, and sensibly stays up. Can pick any double he likes now.
421.
Well, that's a
Acceptable.
That's a proper setup, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Perfect.
433.
Beautiful setups from both men.
And you require
So Gilding,
40.
12 darts to tops. Is it the break back? Double 5.
Game's off further.
Yes, good composure.
Left it late.
Full plays.
He got there, though.
I was fearing the
Game.
worst. Now he's in this final.
I did him a disservice earlier on. I called him 53. He's 52. Celebrated his 52nd birthday in December. So
93.
Talk so much about the youth, but of course we've had Richie Burnett in his 50s making the quarters, and Gilding here at 52 making his
46.
first major final.
looking for his 4th UK Open title, Michael van Gerwen. That's his first maximum.
He's edging closer to the tally of Phil Taylor's, which is still a record of 5.
Time on his side. He's still only 33. You know, Michael seems to have been around forever, but he could be doing this for another 20 years or more.
Our paths first crossed when he was around 15.
425.
When he was 17, he won the World Masters, of course. He hit 9 darters on telly.
Back in the days when he had spiky hair.
439. Michael 150.
150 for a break.
Still Mighty Mike back then, but I'm not sure he was the green machine.
Oh, good effort.
35.
Gilding, though, has the chance to get back onto
76.
level terms. Needs to take this. Keep in the match. Tops.
Yeah, it's on the fourth
Yes.
leg. Andrew Gilding.
Well, we've said in the run-up to this, Chris, that he's not the sort of man just to lie down, and he's already showing it.
434.
He had 1 dart at the ball in the opening leg. Could have found himself 3-1 up.
MVG with an average of 104. Andrew Gilding also around the 100 mark.
440.
Decent match so far.
423.
Certainly a lot closer than the vast majority of fans suggested.
37.
Going with throw, as it would seem, as
93.
Gilding has come back. Van Gerwen set for 3-2 at the first interval.
Yeah, after being 2-0 down, Gilding would be more than satisfied to go off at the break. Just a leg behind and back on throw.
60. Michael 151. $57.
Gilding a give for a ton 80 here.
Oh, that's a minimum of a 2 treble visit needed.
100.
Oh, that'll give us the thumb. There you go.
Michael 194.
He can't actually hear us, of course. Tops.
54. And you
Unexpected chance. He had a shot at this 84 in the opening leg and just missed the ball.
Well, fair play. The 180's created it. Double 12 now. Yes!
On the 5th leg.
Andrew Gilding gets the break of throw. He's ahead. He'd have been happy to have come back from 2-0 down, but he's a break up and leaves the stage 3-2 ahead. some rabbit in the headlights. He really is up there playing his game, and he's averaging over 100. He's raised his game.
Yeah, and we picked up on it midway through that first mini session. He wasn't looking overawed. He's unfazed, he's comfortable, he feels good.
And
the darts aren't bad either.
And we already know that Michael van Gerwen, from what we've seen here, is going to have to
It's
throw well.
Andrew
We're
to
going to
throw
have to
first.
see a good Michael
Game.
van Gerwen to take this title.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on the evidence of this first session.
Gilding a break to the good.
And Michael will be thinking very much like in
99.
semi-final against Dimitri, where he managed to find a bit of momentum and reeled off those 5 on the spin. That will be the secret to success here for Michael van Gerwen.
That's how to come back from an interval.
Yeah.
There again, though, smashed with a maximum and still retains composure to get a 2 treble visit of his own.
60.
Maybe that was the key word I was thinking of, composure. And he's showing bucket loads right now. How that composure will play out if he gets himself in a winning position, I don't know.
He has the look of a man who could have a kip on the central reservation of a motorway.
434. Under you require 88.
And now to go 4-2 up, 88. Single 18 leaves the ball.
56.
Well, single 18 leaves 32.
27.
Indeed, yeah. Treble 19 he needed for the bullseye, can't find it, so
55.
Gilding gets a second
And you
opportunity
require
to get the
32.
little cushion.
Breathing space. And certainly need it against MVG.
Yeah,
There it is. And the crowd are rising to him. There's 1 or 2 English flags, and they're getting behind the big lad from Suffolk.
96.
Well, that's 4 on the spin for Gilding. 15 darts, 14 and 14. 3 180s in the 4 legs. And amongst that, Michael in leg 5 missed 2 at tops off 94 before
87.
Gilding stepped in and took out the 84 in 2.
The Spandau Ballet, isn't it, gold?
Correct.
29.
Lives in the market town of Bungay. Does Andrew Gilding?
84.
Not a place I've ever heard of.
Not a place I've ever been to, but it's on the edge of the Norfolk Broads, down in that part of
Beautiful.
the world.
Beautiful part of the world.
100.
Maybe it's an East Anglia thing. You think that Peter Wright didn't win his first world title until he was 49.
140.
That's true.
Wolfie knocking in 9 darters in his 60s.
Maybe something in the air down there.
100.
Fourth maximum against 2 for Michael van Gerwen.
94.
MVG might need that, and he's not going to get it.
36.
So Gilding with a chance to go 5-2 up.
33.
Not this time.
43.
Well, that's a rare poor visit.
58.
MVG with 58 to hold his throw.
And on the 7th leg, Michael van Gerwen.
Trying to G himself up, you can see.
First. Game.
Well, he'd not been great around that double 10 area so far today, so that would have been a huge relief to see that slot in.
100.
On that theme of East Anglia players, Merv King, of course, he not that long ago, his highest ever TV average.
180.
I think Merv's passed his half-century as well, hasn't he? Steve Beaton's over that part of the world as well.
That means he'll be around for at least another 10 years, thankfully.
Well, he's just started to get his form back together at the tender age of 58.
140.
MVG with that little 9 by the side of the graphic, and of course when that appears it means that you know what, the 9 data is on, and as soon as I mention it you can guarantee it's going to go. He's had 4 on this stage before, 2 in this tournament and 2 in the Players' Championship.
43.
Still time for him to get another.
That means he's hit more 9 darters in Minehead than I've ever hit.
I just wondered a little bit for a moment where you were going with that. Somewhat feel
All around the world, I could have said, and surrounding areas.
34.
It's a good visit from Gilding.
38.
Now 138 for a break of throw. Double 9.
120. And you require 84.
It was definitely the right way to go.
He got this earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he could do it again. Double 6.
72.
Cigars from the crowd. They were willing that one in, but Van Gerwen now.
Twice he's hit the 84. Twice he's missed it. Once he's hit it. And that is the break back.
Michael to throw first. Game.
4 all. And, well, how many times have we said you get those chances? We used to say it about Taylor, now about Van Gerwen. You get those chances, you really need to take them. And he paid the penalty for the miss.
Yeah, it's like Taylor. It's usually around those shots of over a ton when you just think you're in with a shout and pull out a big one.
42.
Rare loose visit. Where they come from, I can't quite see the what part of the world they're from. I wonder if they'd
58.
I'm sure there'll be a few who've played with him over the years. Pub players, county players, Super League players who were thinking, that's our boy, and once upon a time I could beat him.
High Peak Hillbillies.
High Peak Hillbillies. Well, the High Peak's up in Derbyshire.
It is.
$81.
Beautiful part of the world.
Oh,
good darts, Michael.
He just managed to force that 3rd dart into the treble. Well, his turn to be on 84.
Gilding was just
91.
Chat to himself there, saying, come on, keep the concentration. 84. Treble 4, we went for 60.
52.
Basically saying to Gilding,
And you
can't take this out.
136.
We'll see. 136. He's right. Double 16.
Likely require 32.
Everything's come wide across the oche.
No score.
That's so close. You really can't get any closer than that.
Well, he's probably amazed it's not in.
Faintest little deflection off one of those first 2, it would have been in. Tops then for a break.
56.
Just low.
Likely require
That's
32.
another opportunity. This time he's paid the price.
The legs, Andrew to throw first.
Full leg that one, really. Van Gerwen taking 19 darts to get there, but you can see he's so up for this. We said earlier on he's got a business-like look about him this weekend, and that showed it once again. Break at the end of this leg. Is it going to be 6-4 or 5-all?
59.
It was a 3-2 session win for Gilding in the first. Is it going to be a 3-2 session win for Michael against the darts in session 2?
Tight game so far, Mace. It's
well, we're going to be right back on throw. Well, we are right back on throw. As long as Gilding holds here, which at the moment, barring a disaster. Oh dear.
57.
Came up short of the treble he wanted. Can Van Gerwen punish? Well, no, he can't.
58.
Little lull in the match.
For those wondering what that carpet is there, that's an exclusion zone. You're not allowed to stand inside of that while your opponent's at the off-in. Obviously read in various places. There it is. It's called the exclusion zone. You can't step in it. You cannot be in it. Your toes can be over it because all of you is not in it. So you get a lot of people say, oh, he's in the exclusion zone, which he's not actually in it fully.
Thank you for that, Chris.
It's one of those rules that
98.
people don't quite understand sometimes.
You enter in the exclusion zone when Richie Burnett's playing, you're going to wind up with bruised shins or worse.
Yeah, at best.
Bullseye.
99.
Weight of dart.
Spot
on. The line wasn't.
Bullseye needed. And delivered. And that is a big one for Michael Van Gerwen. Trademark celebration. And that hurts Gilding. A break right before the break. And Van Gerwen now leads 6-4. Is that a pivotal moment?
Missed at the ball for Gilding, loses the leg. Leg number 8, 2 darts. Missed at double 12 and double 6 off of 84, loses the leg. And that one there, another dart at the ball off the back of 1, 2, 4. Losing all 3 of those legs. Could be 7-3 up.
Good game of darts, Michael Van Gerwen. Getting the darts and the checkouts that matter. Oh. And he's a break to the good.
That's exactly what we're discussing. That same ilk as Taylor, those 130-odd checkouts, just when you think you're in a great position, they manage to produce a visit from the gods.
Well, that really was one. And you've seen some big celebrations from Michael Van Gerwen when he gets something which he knows is key to the match, and that was one of those moments.
Yeah, it was significant, and
94.
Those 3 minutes backstage for Gilding would have felt like an hour, and he would have been wounded by that.
Well, nobody will think of that analysis more than him, of course. He'll know that he could have been going to that break in a really dominant position, and instead he's in a pretty parlous state.
Yeah, the truly great players like MVG and Taylor just find a way of
137.
not just beating you with their ability, they mentally break you down as well.
It's a great first dart. But he couldn't follow it up with the treble 19 he was looking for, and now Michael Van Gerwen has 76 to go further ahead. Double 18, big dart.
58.
Now, can Gilding capitalise? He has to.
40.
The crowd love it.
Andrew Gilding.
He's broken back.
Top legs, Andrew going first. Game.
MVG's turn to miss an opportunity.
Oh, 134.
Andrew Gilding just slightly outscoring Michael van Gerwen to this point, 96 to an average of just under 96 for van Gerwen. Double stats very similar.
140.
Match tally also very similar. 6-5 van Gerwen leading. See the big scores and you'll see just how close they are. Look at that. Difficult to split them.
81.
Difficult to split them in every area. I say 6-5's the scoreline. MVG looking good.
131.
To instantly hit back with a breaker throw of his own.
Big trebles there, the 19 and the 18. Now where's Gilding going to be? How much pressure's going to be on this 90?
90. Michael, he
Quite
requires
as much
90.
as he'd have hoped. Ball for tops he's going for. Treble 15 for double 10.
70. And you require
Only
96.
a great recovery. Gilding with plenty to do here. Oh, perfect first start.
Unlucky. Double 9.
87. Michael, he requires
Well, there's
20.
another real big chance which he's not been able to take. Double 10 van Gerwen. That's a bit of a blocker. Has to move.
Yeah, from the
good
top
dance.
leg, Michael
Good
van Gerwen.
adjustment, Chris.
Yeah,
13 legs,
absolutely.
Michael
But
to throw
another
first. Game.
missed opportunity. Ultimately, going to pay the price for these.
42.
Although gets the initiative, hands it back to Gilding.
Well, he did it last time, didn't he? That big break before the interval, and then back came Gilding, got one of his own.
140.
Phlegmatic, that's a good word for him, isn't it?
83.
He really doesn't get phased, seemingly.
A
Good place here, Gilding.
Oh,
brilliant.
171.
Brilliant, filled it up. But Gilding still with a bit of a chance. Ton 40 would be handy.
Take a ton from here, or certainly a big treble.
57.
Well, handed it back.
$44.
He's disgusted by that. On a finish, but a huge one.
$49. Michael Uruguay, 161.
161 for 8-5.
93. And you require 155.
All important treble 18 to leave a two-darter. Gilding can't find the first treble in the combination.
90.
This time
Michael Uruguay,
slams it in the ball.
68.
Treble 20 for double 4. Well, 16, but he goes for the 8 and tops.
48. And you require 65.
That's the 25 he was looking for. Well, that was a massive dart, and
Biggest start of the match.
was that a wee bit of nerves there as he dragged it low?
Absolutely.
And from the 13th
And look at the reaction again. He knows how significant that is.
Game.
And I think so does he.
Yeah, huge moment now.
Michael is 3 legs away from UK Open title number 4. Not seen a lot of emotion from Michael at any stage in the interviews, either in preview interviews or celebratory interviews after the matches, after his various wins. It's going to be interesting to see what his mood is if he gets over the line here.
Well, we suggested it wasn't one-way traffic, and I can assure you beforehand, Michael would have been fully aware of the dangers and risk in this one.
He scared the life out of him in 2015, didn't he? So he knows it firsthand.
Well, if you'd have suggested to Michael this was going to be, you know, an easy night for him, he would have gave you a strange look.
45.
Might have had a word as well.
Yeah.
That's a good colour shot. Gilding on to a finish. First one there.
95. And Uruguay 160.
Treble 20's the way. Just over pitched.
$98. And you require 60.
Tops.
And on the 14th
nicely
leg, Andrew Gilding. 15 legs, Michael to throw first. Game.
Well, that'll certainly steady the ship. Andrew Gilding.
423.
Got to get a break though, and not got too long to find one.
59.
Oh, tremendous darts again.
180.
Couldn't have placed them better. Super maximum for Van Gerwen. And just signs that he's starting to get away here as we approach the final break of the match.
434.
It's 9 darts to 64.
Likely requires 64.
Double 8. 4s for a 12 darter.
60.
We'll be back. Gilding currently in a different postcode. A BS16 one. Oh, he's going to put a hole in it.
108.
His 5th maximum. That's one more than Van Gerwen's had.
4.
Double 2.
No score.
Well,
Wow.
now this is a must-take for Gilding if he's going to win this match, surely.
Absolutely.
Tops.
I think he thought he was in. I think he was walking.
Yes, indeed. Huge darts. Andrew Gilding is still in there, still believing. And Michael Van Gerwen is still having a tough night. big moment in the match that he's hanging on in.
To level things up at 8 apiece, we play now to a winner. Andrew Gilding 4 away, Michael van Gerwen 3 away. Had another question come in, John. Why does the referee, and on this occasion Kirk Bevins, why do they stand to the right? Well, it's mainly to do with being able to see the ball with the cameras. With vast majority of players being right-handed, and if they didn't walk right and walked left, they of course would walk into shot, which is why the rule is in place that you must walk right after collecting your darts. As you can see now from that shot, the 2 cameras on the right-hand side are the ones bringing you these images. The best in the business, ITV Sport. In my humble opinion, of course.
Van Gerwen in a powerful position in this leg, but then he was in the last 2, wasn't he? And Gilding still managed to wind up taking him.
Correct. And Michael will be aware of that.
He's on 132. He'll try for that spectacular, almost exhibition-style checkout now of 2 bulls and a double 16. And he's not done. Well, goodness me. I could have sworn he would have done that.
Yeah. Very cautious, and it's not normally like him.
A pragmatic MVG. Normally he'd be going steaming in, but not this time. A bit of respect for Gilding. Double 16.
And from the 16th leg, Michael van Gerwen.
That gets him back with a break of throw.
Was it a sign of, ultimately, respect for his opponent?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. Earlier on, he left a 136, didn't he? As much as to say, you're not going to get it. This time, a rather different approach. Two legs now needed for Van Gerwen. But a poor start.
Didn't need that after the opening visit.
The averages have dropped back a wee bit. Van Gerwen 94 against Gilding's 93.
Yeah, well, you look at the doubling has come down a fair bit as well. Both on 33%. Van Gerwen's had 27 darts at a double and hit 9. Gilding's had 21 darts at a double and hit 7. There you go. That's sort of minimum where a pro player wants to be. 1 in 3.
Van Gerwen still just keeping his nose ahead.
25.
Well, that's poor. Gilding gets a big hit here. Van Gerwen's under bags of pressure.
There's a couple of options here, as Michael. Depends on the lie on dart 1. Oh. That was an option I wasn't particularly thinking about.
And you go 150.
Fortunately, our spotter, Richard Ashdown, was. Otherwise, you'd have seen nothing.
Treble 20, good opening.
That's why he's in there and I'm in here.
490. Michael, you require 74.
74 to go within a leg of the title. Tops.
54.
Yeah, oh no, it's not, it's just low.
And
wrong side of the
32.
wire.
Well, as a player, when you keep your opponent 2 away, you still feel like you're in it. And that's exactly Andrew
18th leg,
Gilding
Andrew to throw first.
has done. We've had
Game
3 consecutive breaks of throw in the most important spell of the match as they approach the winning line.
He kept his composure.
93.
I wasn't the only one who thought that double top was in there. It was about as close as you possibly could be.
100.
But Gilding kept his concentration and got the double that mattered.
Just got a hold here.
Oh, 137.
Lovely cover shot, that's helped his chances. And the lads who are bringing you the pictures.
140.
Just being beautifully placed in the target.
140.
Couldn't quite find the room to squeeze the final one in for a max.
That's the way to do it.
80. And you require 131.
Just when you think you've got him.
Big leg, this one. Treble 13 would leave double 16. He can't find it. So Van Gerwen will come back with 81
81.
needed for 10-8.
Michael, you require 81.
Twelve he needs. Now the bull.
56. And you require 40. Yes, on the 18th
What
leg.
a big dart.
19th leg, it's Michael to throw first.
Crowd
Game.
are absolutely engaged with this one, as are we. We hope you're enjoying it at home.
140.
Enthralling drama. MVG to take gold. Well, we will see.
Much BVS this one.
100.
Trading 140s, a ton for Michael. Michael just 2 holds of throw away. Sounds simple.
60.
Andrew Gilding with plenty of respect in the game, but I think many of the wider sporting public aren't really particularly aware of his
91.
capabilities, but my goodness, he's shown a lot this weekend.
Maybe the casual darting fan will not know too much about Gilding.
59.
Well,
Michael,
certainly do now.
70.
Well, he could go for it. He has!
On the 90 leg.
Fabulous!
Michael Van Gerwen. 20 leg, Andrew to throw first. Game.
That is just magnificent from Michael Van Gerwen.
Even a smile from Gilding.
180.
Well played, Michael, but I can play a bit as well.
93.
Are we going to get the deciding leg? After what we've seen in this final, you almost hope that that is going to be the case.
Certainly deserves it. Well, we just had the perfect 6, but ran the wrong way, really. With the 170 out, followed by the 180. It's the perfect 350.
180.
And Gerwen gets this, of course. It's all over. Gilding needs to hold throw to keep it alive.
58.
There was a hush across the arena. Not sure it helped, actually,
Nope.
from a Gilding point of view.
Just added a bit of pressure. Well,
58.
he's left it again.
And you
This time now, it will be to win it.
164. That's in. That's in. Bullseye!
Oh, 139.
What a moment that would have been.
Likely require 170.
Will he be back?
He will. They said as one.
134. And you require
25.
25.
He's going 1 for double 12. Yes, indeed, it goes to the deciding leg.
21st and final leg. It's Michael to throw first.
Take a bow, Andrew Gilding.
Hasn't he made a lot of friends here this evening? Crowd are loving the way he just will not go away.
Resilience aplenty.
$423.
Nothing between them. Almost a question of who's going to blink.
93.
The crowd singing gold. They know who they want to win. And he wants to reward them.
422.
Another
Absolutely.
2 treble visits.
Outstanding. Outstanding. This is his first major final. Another one of those.
96.
I would have left him 140.
Well, he's not on a finish. Gilding gets a couple of trebles here.
Convert this in 2 visits.
I rather think he can.
108.
Goodness me, there's never a bad time, but what a moment to find a ton 80.
76.
76 to be the champion.
76.
Who would have thought? It's the wrong side of the wire, treble 19 he needs, and it's not there.
36.
Desperately disappointed not to get a dart.
102.
At least one at a double.
102. 10 for double 16. No, not this time. So many times he would have got that, but not this time. Gilding still has the chance. Tops for the title.
Game.
There it is!
And the match.
Andrew Gilding at 52 has won a major title for the first time. He just would not go away, and Michael van Gerwen can only applaud his opponent here, because Andrew Gilding has produced the performance of his life. A bit of a Minehead fairy tale.
Absolutely incredible. Over the moon for Andrew Gilding. Both players had one dart to win the match. Michael missing the double 16 off the 102. Andrew Gilding hits tops in 1 to pick up the title. £110,000. Absolutely life-changing for Andrew Gilding.
Life changer, and he's sometimes he's shy, isn't he?
Gentlemen, it's a moment we've all been waiting for. So would you please welcome your presentation party. James Booth, the head of acquisitions for Mr. Q, and he will be joined by Jimmy Adams, the marketing and partnership manager of the Professional Darts Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up receiving £50,000 and a trophy, and it goes to Michael van Gerwen.
Michael, sorry, just borrowed for 2 seconds. Tough on that. How do you feel about the emotions after that final?
To play games like this is always difficult. I'm playing Andrew. He's got nothing to lose. He's playing here freely, and I think he played really well, especially in the final. Of course, I made mistakes, and I know that, but I'm the only one to blame and no one else. And of course, I could have done myself a lot of favors, but when you don't hit him and someone else is putting you under pressure constantly, fair play to him. It's
Yeah, credit to you, Michael. Obviously, definitely. You've had a really tough draw, Michael. You've come from some big obstacles. There's been some real positives from this tournament.
I can at this moment I can find a lot of positive, but that will come over tomorrow. But I'm here to win tournaments, and when you don't do it, it's disappointed. But when you play a guy like Andrew, who had a phenomenal tournament so far, and he won the tournament as well, of course, but it hurts. It's painful for me, and everyone knows what I'm like. I want to win tournaments, and this one there.
Very classy. Thank you very much, Michael Van Gerwen.
I take it on the chin.
Good man. Thank you very much, Michael.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our champion, receiving £110,000, the trophy, and for the very first time in his career, we crown him the Cazoo UK Open champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Goldfinger Andrew Gilding!
Andrew, congratulations. You are the new UK Open champion. How does that feel?
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I didn't expect to win it.
Well, Andrew, you played well all weekend, but in that final, you just hung on in there. You're up to world number 24. How does that sound?
Wow. I played steady all weekend. I didn't play particularly brilliant. I didn't think I did.
Well, Andrew, you took a big scalp in throughout the tour. Michael Van Gerwen in a final. You've got £110,000 now as well. Listen to that crowd, Andrew.
Wow. Amazing.
Andrew, you've been knocking on the door of winning a ranking title now. You're runner-up on 3 occasions last year. You've just bypassed it all and become a major champion. What's changed in your game?
I just stopped being lazy. I've started practicing more, getting there to the events earlier, and taking them more seriously.
Well, being a major champion, how much more can you achieve now, Andrew? What's this done for your confidence?
Well, now I've got to win them all, haven't I?
Andrew, it's a great attitude, and congratulations once again. You are a major champion. Your 2023 UK Open champion, Andrew Gilding.